Hi, friends. This is the reading lesson for second grade. This is a story called Fresh from the Market. We are reading it in our new booklets for Unit 9. It is called Buyers and Sellers. So please make sure that you have a highlighter, a pencil, and your booklet in front of you, and we'll go ahead and get started. Our story today is an informational social studies text. So we know that informational means real. And so we're going to be learning real information about things that are in our world or how people live and act and how they participate within their community. So our story today isn't very long. We are going to highlight some key details and we're going to write two main ideas. So let's get started.
Short Read 1. Remember to annotate as you read.
Fresh from the market. Shoppers stroll between stands of fruits and vegetables. A farmer weighs a bag of potatoes. A woman looks for a tomato. A man buys a box of fat, red strawberries. These people are at a farmer's market. A farmer's market is a place where farmers sell the food they grow. People can buy things they need at a farmer's market. Some markets also sell baked goods, handmade crafts, spices, and fresh flowers.
So in these first two paragraphs, we learn what a farmer's market is. And you might be familiar with the farmer's market. We have a great one in Poway every Saturday over by Old Poway Park. Maybe you've been there before. There are other ones around town. There's that are on different days that you can go visit too. Maybe you've visited before. So I'm going to go ahead and highlight that a farmer's market is a place where farmers sell the food that they grow. So we know that people can buy things at the farmer's market. We also learned that some markets sell baked goods, handmade crafts, and spices and fresh flowers. So a farmer's market can sell food, and it can also sell other things like crafts and flowers. We also learned in paragraph 1 that there are stands of fruits and vegetables. So that kind of tells us what kind of food the farmers grow that are at a farmer's market. Let's keep reading. Remember, you can always highlight as you are listening to things that you find to be important.
Farmers markets take place in towns and cities across the country. They take place all around the world. At a farmer's market, farmers have their own stands. They display and sell their goods at their stands. In places such as California or Florida, the weather is warm all year. Some farmers markets are open year-round. In places where winters are cold, many markets close during winter months. Others move indoors.
All right. So we are so lucky that we live in California and we have warm weather all year for the most part. And that means that our farmers markets are open all year round and most likely outside. So we know that at a farmer's market, people, they have their own stand. So they kind of like have their own space. They display and sell their goods. So that kind of explains like how people shop. And then it does say that some farmers markets are open year round and others that with cold weather close during the winter months or move indoors. Okay, so we're going to actually switch it up a little bit. We're going to take a look at these 4 paragraphs, and we're going to write a main idea together about what we learned about about farmers markets. Okay, so grab your pencil And we're going to start by defining or saying what a farmer's market is. So a farmer's market, we know, and we learned in paragraph 2, is a place where farmers sell the food they grow. So we should probably start by saying that. We might add a little bit more. So a farmer's market is a place where farmers sell the food they grow. And we also learn that not only do people sell the food that they grow, but some sell the crafts that they make and the flowers that they grow. So maybe we should actually change that. So sell the food or flowers they grow and crafts that they make. That kind of explains what a farmer's market is. So a farmer's market is a place where farmers sell the food or flowers they grow and crafts that they make. But the farmers don't sell the crafts, so maybe we should fix that. And where farmers and people sell the crafts that they make, right? Because a farmer and a crafter, not the same thing, right? Okay, so take a minute, write that down, and then we are going to do some more highlighting and write one more main idea. All right. Wait, if you're not done quite yet writing, that's fine. Just pause the video and finish writing. And when you're ready, press play. So now we're going to read some more, and then we're going to write one more main idea. Look at the pictures on this page. I can tell that we are going to be learning about different kinds of farmers markets. I mean, look at that one right here on the water. How cool. I love it. I love going to farmers markets in different countries, especially because they are just so different than what we have here. So let's go ahead and start reading. Go ahead and highlight as you read when you find things that are important.
Today, people can buy just about any food they want. Special cooled trucks carry food from one state to another. People get the freshest fruits and vegetables from nearby farms. At a farmer's market, what is fresh depends on the climate. It depends on the season, too. Cherries grow best where winters aren't too cold and summers aren't too hot. They grow well in northern states like Washington and Oregon. People can buy fresh cherries in May through July at farmers' markets there. People in many other states buy cherries that are brought in by trucks. Some foods grow best in warm climates. Some grow best in mild climates. Today, it doesn't matter where people live. People can still get the foods they want, but they can get the freshest food at a farmer's market.
All right, so let's go ahead and do some highlighting here. We learned that, and you probably know, and you've gone to the store with your parents before, that you can pretty much get whatever kind of food you want no matter where you live because there are trucks that deliver it, right? So we know that special cooled trucks carry food from one state to another. So you can get the freshest fruit from a farm nearby, but if a farm nearby doesn't grow what you need, then you can get it at the grocery store, which has trucks that bring in that food. I'm going to highlight this part because it goes back to that farmer's market feel. The freshest fruits and vegetables from the nearby farms. Now, in paragraph 8, we learn about cherries, right? And we know that cherries grow best where the winters aren't too cold and the summers aren't too hot. So that's like in Washington and Oregon. So people can buy the freshest cherries in May through July at farmers markets in Washington and Oregon. But we don't live in Washington and Oregon, so we can get cherries also during those months, but they have to be shipped on a truck. So they're not as fresh, but they're probably still really good if you like cherries. I remember my parents went up to Oregon to visit my nephews, and they went to an apple festival, and there were tons and tons and tons of apples there that they could try, and they said they were the best, freshest apples they had ever had. We also learned that we know that some foods grow best in warm climates and some in mild climates, so where it's not too hot, not too cold. And basically, it doesn't matter where you live. People can still get the food that they want, but you will always get the freshest food at the farmer's market. My mom told me the other day that she went to the farmer's market and got the biggest, best strawberries from the farmer's market off of Midland Road by Old Poway Park. So if you like strawberries, maybe you and your parents can head there this weekend and check out those strawberries. All right, so we have one more main idea to write. And for this main idea, we are going to kind of do it in two parts. And I'm actually going to write it over here on page 8, just because there's a little more room. Whoops. So we can say, we're going to start by saying people can get how do I want to say this? People can get the food that they want no matter where they live, but the freshest food always comes from a blank. So I want you to tell me, where does the freshest food always come from? So people can get the food they want no matter where they live, but the freshest food always comes from a blank. So you are going to fill in that blank using what you read on in paragraphs 5, 6, and 7. And then you're going to submit it on Canvas. When you submit it on Canvas, you should pretty much have this whole thing the same as mine. And you're going to either read it to me or type the whole thing. Don't just tell me what you put in your blank. You're going to read me the whole main idea or type the whole main idea. All right, friends, that is it for our lesson today. Great job. We'll see you later.